Good morning, humble warriors, and welcome to another day of practice with Mary Beth. We're in a series in September celebrating National Yoga Awareness Month as well as National Suicide Awareness Month. And what we're doing to honor that is we're stepping on our mat every day at 5 a.m. on YouTube Live in order to be present and build a practice and to show you what it means to show up every day. Every day may look a little different, but it's important that we show up and we take time for ourselves. And number one thing, we breathe. If you take one thing away from the series, I want you to breathe. It's so important. So what we're going to do today is just, we're going to flow. I'm not feeling 100% today, so we're going to go to Crazy Town and we're going to start seated. We're going to start seated and just work our way up from there, and then just flow. Just see what my body tells us, right? This is a peek into my practice. This is practice with Mary Beth. So if what I'm doing isn't resonating or doesn't feel good for you, feel free to do something else. I support you. Do what makes you feel good, and just use this as a tool to know that someone else is on their mat at the same time as you, and to go that way. All right? So let's get started. We are going to start seated, actually laying down, all the way down. So make it your way to the mat, onto your back. Knees are bent. One hand over your heart, one hand on the belly. Knees fall together, feet are a little wider than hip distance, about the distance of the mat. They fall together to support each other. And take a moment and find your breath. If you desire, you can set an intention for your practice, maybe something you want to manifest or generate for the day, and then take it throughout. Maybe it's just an intention for the next 30 minutes. Either is okay. And release the arms out to a T shape. Bring those feet in alignment with the sit bones. And this is gentle, very gently, just windshield wiper the knees back and forth. No need to go deep, we're just waking up the spine. This is a good start to matching your breath to your movement. What makes sense for you? come to stillness and hug those knees into the chest. Maybe you rock back and forth, side to side a little bit. And tuck the hands underneath the knee bend. And very gently start to rock your way up to a seated position. And once you're seated, come onto all fours for some cat-cow. Fingers are spread wide. Weight is in the fingers, not the wrist. Wrists are aligned underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Spine starts in neutral. And as we inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Stay strong in those shoulders. Exhale, arch the spine, drop the gaze. Gaze comes to the belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continue at your own pace, your own breath, matching the two, moving together. And then I invite you to find any movement organically that feels good for you. Just take this time and focus on yourself. Tuck the toes. Lift the sit bones for downward dog. Again, the weight is in our fingers, not our wrist. Knees are bent and heels are up for this first down dog. Really focus on getting the sit bones to the sky. And feel free to move in a way that honors your body. Anything that feels good to you. Walk those feet up to your hands for a forward fold. Knees are bent. You have thigh to rib cage contact. And then roll the spine all the way up to standing. Roll the shoulders back and start to find mountain pose. Stack the joints. And then just do some shoulder rolls to the back. seeing if you can match the breath to the movement. And find some stillness. Stack the joints. Breathe. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll say good morning to the sun. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Nice long stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. And hover. Release into plank. Drop those knees, the chest, the chin, then the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, gaze and chest come up for some form of cobra. Release, tuck the toes, up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right toes to sky. Exhale, right feet join right hand. Inhale, hover. Exhale, release. Left foot joins right and fold. Bring those hands together in front of, ooh, hang on. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands together. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One breath. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back and hover. Release into plank. Drop the knees, chest, chin. Then the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, baby cobra or cobra. Release, tuck the toes. Up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left toes to sky. Exhale, left foot joins left hand. Inhale, hover. Release, right foot joins left and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release. One breath. Bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back and hover. Release into plank. Drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Then the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right toes to sky. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Inhale, hover. Release, left foot joins right and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One breath. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back and hover. Release into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Hips. Roll the shoulders back. Release. Tuck the toes. Up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, left toes to sky. Exhale, left foot to left hand. Inhale, hover. Release, right foot joins left and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands by the side. Find that mountain pose. And breathe. Moving into standing poses, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back and hover. Release into plank. Drop the knees, chest, chin. Then the hips. Shoulders back for cobra. Release, tuck the toes, up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left toes to sky. Exhale, left foot to left hand. Right foot comes to 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. All four corners of the feet are grounding. Toes are spread wide. Find some depth in that front knee, as much as is comfortable. Feet are slightly pulling together. Top half of your body is stacked in mountain, shoulders released from the ears, and breathe. Release into warrior two, heel arch alignment. Still strong in that front leg. Sitting back a little bit so your mountain is stacked. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Right arm swings in front of the body. Open up the chest and the gaze for side angle. Release to Captain Morgan. Drop that right knee. Inhale, right fingertips to sky. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Turn and look behind you. Release into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Then the hips. Inhale, cobra. Release. Tuck the toes. Up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, right toes to sky. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Left foot comes to 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. And breathe. Release into warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh. Left arm in front of the body. Open up the chest and the gaze for side angle. And release. Drop that left knee. Right knee is bent. Inhale the left fingertips to sky. Exhale, right hand, left hand to right knee. Turn and look behind you. And release into plank. Drop the knees, the chest, the chin, and the hips. Roll the shoulders back for cobra. Release. Tuck the toes up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, right toes to sky. Right foot joins right hand. Inhale, hover. Exhale, left foot joins right and fold. Palms together, inhale. Ooh, hold on. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Palms together, inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release into mountain. Breathe here. And release. Moving into a balanced pose. We're going to keep it simple today. Stand in mountain pose. Shift your weight into the left leg. And just grab that right foot with the right hand. Bring the knees into alignment. Find something steady, so not me. And if you can, lift those left fingertips to the sky. If you are feeling spicy today, try to shift the gaze up to the ceiling. Release the gaze, release the arm, release the leg, shake it out. Shift the weight to the right foot. When you're ready, left foot joins left hand. Align the knees. Right fingertips to sky. Breathe here, or lift the gaze to the ceiling and breathe. Release the gaze, release the arm, shake it out. Bring those feet wider than hip distance, about the width of the mat, toes hanging off, 45-degree angles. And drop those sit bones to the floor. Elbows come to the inside of the knees, palms together. Chest and gaze are up as much as possible. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. Breathe. Every time your brain says, I want to quit, take a really deep breath. Deep into the belly. And release onto all fours. coming into a tabletop. Drop the crown of the head in between the thumbs. Hands can stay here, or they can come to the calves or the mat, whatever feels good. Breathe. Release into extended child's pose. Feet wide, or knees wide, feet together. Hands extended long. Forehead drops to a pillow, a block, the mat. Bring the nose forward along the mat in between your hands. Drop onto the belly. Thighs and feet are together. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. Palms flat on the mat. Chest and gaze up for Sphinx. And breathe. And release. Come onto the belly. Drop the right hand, palm down, actually palm up next to the side. Bring the left leg up into a 90-degree angle. The right arm is in a 90-degree angle, and right cheek comes to the mat. And release. Left arm goes back next to the side, palm up. Right side, arm and leg come to 90-degree angles. Cheek comes to the mat. and release. Palms come next to the chest. We're going to try something a little different here. Both legs come out just a little bit. Think of frog legs. Send those hips up and back for a very gentle frog. Acknowledge the dog that has decided to enter the session. And walk those legs in for another extended child's pose. And release and come into a seated position. Legs out long in front of you. Knees are bent. Spine is straight. Inhale, fingertips to sky. And forward fold. As long as you have rib cage to thigh contact, you can scoot those heels out and find where you need to meet your body today. And release, the legs come out wide, toes and knees pointing to the ceiling, hands in between the legs, spine is straight. Inhale and exhale, walk those hands out. And find a place that feels good for you to sit and breathe. And get curious, can you find a little more depth with each exhale? Walk those hands over to the right leg. And walk them over to the left leg. Back to center. And come to a seated position. Bring the bottoms of the feet together for diamond pose. Inhale those fingertips to sky, interlock above the head. And exhale, bring those hands to the toes like a sock. Elbows come to the outside of the leg. Maybe, maybe not. The forehead comes to the arches of the feet. release. Come onto your back. Knees are bent. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe find a happy baby here. You can use a strap. You can put your hands on the blades of your feet or even hook your toes. Find what feels good to you. You can rock back and forth. You can straighten one leg than the other. Find what feels good to you. Bring those knees together. Arms come out to a T. Drop the knees to the left. Right shoulder stays glued. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, knees fall to the right. Knees come to the center. Then one last hug. And release the feet out long. Arms come next to the body, palms up. And release. Feel the ground underneath supporting you. Observe the breath. Anytime the mind starts wandering, bring it back to the breath. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms out long, the legs out long, like the great stretch in the morning. And roll into the right side. And gently come to a seated position. Eyes can be open or closed. Palms resting on the knees. Find your breath. And reflect back on the intention that you made. Bring the palms together in front of the chest. Humble warriors, thank you for showing up for yourself and for practicing with me. I hope you have an amazing day. Have a good one.